Hump day, favorite day of the week. Yep, we're live. Cool. Let this thing warm up a little bit. Get a couple friends on. Share it with your crew and community. Let's make something happen on Wednesday. So, where are we going to start today? It's Wednesday morning. I was fortunate enough to start in my backyard. Still dog sitting. Got the crew over here, and I had a couple amazing text messages already. A couple calls this morning that I want to share with you. And again, in hopes that you'll take it in, find some nuggets that you can utilize, and that will help you grow. So we'll let this thing fire up a little bit, and then we'll rock and roll. Hope your day again is off to a good start. Continuing on my journey to get up a little earlier. Been waking up at 5, which is kind of fun because it's giving me a little extra time. Noel Foster, how are you? Long time no chat. Say the same thing you say to everybody else. What the heck can I help you with? You'd like to collaborate, like to work together. It's not required. Just had one of those conversations today. Everybody chooses, and this is what we're going to talk about today. We'll let this thing warm up a bit. Is choosing, who you run to, who you run to, what do you read, what do you watch, and then what action do you take? And I love that I work a lot in the recovery community because once upon a time, before people were in recovery and when they were in the world of substance abuse, their choice was to run to that substance and run to that crew. Still a choice. And now when they make that change, cool. What we could do would be super fun is let's schedule a James Rice Zoom. We can do a phone call a little bit too, but you and I could have a conversation on the Zoom. And then what happens? Other people get to listen to it because I'm sure they're going through a lot of the same things that you and I are. And if we can all share that in a nutshell, we don't have to be any more vulnerable than you really want. But I always want to share my struggles and my tips with the crew and the community. Why? So that now they have an opportunity to benefit. Does that make sense? So, I know where we should start. I'm so excited about my quote this morning in my Rice and Shine, which I actually flipped it out as a Rice and Grind, because you've got to rise and you've got to get in the grind and you've got to keep moving and you've got to keep doing. And so the thing about that, it's first of the month. I hear so many people, myself included, new goals, bigger goals, new month, bigger goals, new goals. I'm on it. I got goals. I got them written down. Cool. Firm believer, begin the month is a great time to plant your feet, stand your ground, and chase your, or set some goals and start new and chase, okay? The piece that I want to hit people with is most of us don't need bigger goals, larger goals. We need larger action. We need bigger action. It's funny, to a certain degree, my goals in fitness and the lifting side never really changed. I wanted to be big. Well, I guess once people say you're big, then you're big. And I wanted to weigh 200 pounds. And then I hit that. And now, what I would say my goal is that I want to lift each day in the gym, be focused, intentional, intense, and for 1 hour a day, be a lifter. Be focused, locked, and be a lifter. In fact, if you read anything about Arnold Schwarzenegger, he'll tell you that when people ask him, how are you able to be successful as a bodybuilder, as an actor, as in maybe your family life, maybe your acting life, and I said that one, and then your social, your congressman life, or whatever he was. How do you do that? He said, when I'm in the gym, I'm a lifter. When I'm on the set, I'm an actor. when I'm talking politics, I'm a politician. With my family, I'm a family man. So it was that intentional focus. So when I go to the gym, I should and intend to shut down my world, and I lift like I'm trying to get bigger. I don't lift like I'm trying to maintain. So my goal is still here, but what I really do and what's really helped me reach my goal is that I'm taking bigger action. I'm not really setting bigger goals, I'm setting bigger action. Make sense? So a couple thoughts I want to share with you, and these came out of early morning phone calls, conversations I have, and one thing it reiterated is people. If you're wondering where you should go now, wondering how am I going to get out of this storm that I'm in? And it doesn't matter what area: faith, fitness, family, friendships, faith, fitness, family, friendships, and finances. Doesn't matter what area of your life. The process is the same. How am I going to get out of the hole I'm in? Well, the cool thing is, look at where you were in a hole that I always take people back to somewhere they were successful, somewhere they were joyful, somewhere they were committed, somewhere they were inspired and took action, somewhere where they needed to take the action each day. It started with them. And then when they can relate to that and the steps they took and the feeling they had, now I want to let them know that it simply applies the same to what they're doing now. Okay? So as I was chatting with someone today, one of their thoughts were, where they're at, and they're lost in they're in their journey, but now as their role has changed, as they are taking on a little more leadership and they have more people to oversee, they're getting lost, and their direction and their inspiration and their joy is not the same as it was in the beginning. So I said to them, well, let's go back to the beginning. What did you do? James Rice, what did you do when you first went into the gym? Holy cow, I wanted to get big. I had the equipment. I dressed like I was a lifter. I was intense about a lifter. I was reading about lifting and getting bigger. I was in it daily. I was plugged in. Okay? So I went with her and I said, what did your beginning look like? What did you want to do? Who were you plugged into? What were you plugged into? What were you watching? What were you reading? Now, a year later or two, are you doing those same things? My point is in your early stages, let's say, of recovery, if you're going to 4 meetings a week and you're reading a book and you're meeting with your sponsor, and you're doing all these things, now you're a year or two later, 5 years later, and let's say your recovery isn't as solid. It's not as joyful. You're concerned about slipping backwards. You're not producing as much fruit. You're not helping as many people. My guess would be you're going to 2 meetings a week, maybe 1. My guess is you're not reading the same books because you've read them before. My guess is you're not maybe meeting with your sponsors, but one of those things in there you're not doing like you did in the beginning. Let's take relationships. That's my personal favorite. Every guy, they can't figure out, man, we're not having sex as much. Man, I don't understand it. I know I gained 50 pounds and I've lost my hair and my teeth are a little yellower and I'm not who I was. Man, I just don't understand why I'm not producing the same results. Hello, McFly. You're not producing the same results because you're not the same person. No, we can't be the same person. What do you mean? You don't have to gain 50 pounds. Your teeth don't have to get yellow. You might have to lose your hair. Okay, so that's 2 out of 3. Get back to your roots. Are you dating? Oh, we got kids. We got this stuff. But get rid of the stuff. Get rid of the kids. I can't do that. But do less kid stuff. Oh, we could do that. Okay, then you can't have the same sex and be the same person, have the same relationship if you're not willing to do the same stuff or about the same stuff. You can't have both. Okay? Why? Don't hear this wrong. Why is my business so going and growing and others aren't? Why is my fitness still where it's at and others aren't? Why are my things that are here? Because even as my life changes, I get older, grandkids move back, daughter works at the house, babysit a dog, bigger car. They're still priorities. There's still priorities. That's the only reason why. I mean, look at, I don't know why we picked Tom Brady. 20 years, some years in the league, he's still playing at a high level. Why? Well, he's got a wife now. He's got kids. He's got stuff. He's got more. It's not the same as it was. How can that be? Still a priority. He's still going to work each day. He's still watching film. He's still. And you're like, oh, I didn't know you knew Tom Brady, James Rice. I don't. But I know how you maintain. I know how you stay on top. And like I told this young lady today, get out of the weeds. Get out of the minutia, the bullshit in your relationship, in your faith, in your business. Get out of it. You know why people don't call me to talk shit and to talk Jerry Springer and gossip? Because I won't talk it with you and I won't address it. I take that back. I'll address it, but we're going to solve it and then we're going to engage. I don't sit around the coffee table, hang out around the boat, around the forward drive, around the campgrounds, and bitch about spouses, bitch about kids, bitch about life and money, fitness, faith, without addressing it and moving forward. You know? Yeah. So that's funny, Krista. Not really. I don't really care what you single. It's not the point. So life moves and life changes. And I don't know why he's single, but anyway. So if you look at it, and it's funny all the time, and this person said, hey, I said, how did you get to where you're at in your business? So, well, I want to do this for joy and hope and what have you. I go, really? Wait a second. I think you started off first and foremost to drop 60 pounds. Oh, yeah, you're right. So then how did you go from wanting to drop 60 pounds? And what did you work on? How did you work on your relationships with your parents, father, brothers, and sisters, so on and so forth? Wasn't that where you started? Yeah, how did you do that? Oh, I worked with you, James Rice. Okay. I don't say that to create arrogance, but she ran to me when many of you run away from me because it's going to be too much. Well, that's why your, in this case, maybe the business isn't going anywhere. Because you're working with people who keep you at this level. Okay, that won't work. My workout partner is far bigger than I am. I keep working out with Michael in my business. Why? You think I love hanging out with Michael all the time and love everything about him? No. You think I love everything about my workout partner? Everything about him? No. You think I love everything about my pastor? Everything about her? No. No. I hang out with them to elevate me. Many and most of us, what we want to do is sit around with people and go, yep, you're okay. Yep, you're doing the best you can. Yep, it's hard to gain and lose weight. Yep, it's kids, it's husbands, it's wives. It's you. You know, people don't want to hear that. When they want to make change and grow, they want to hear that, and then they push them closer to me. And then we grow. Then they get away from their basics. They get away from being humble. They get away from being in their roots. They get away from being in the trenches. It all crumbles. The only reason the stuff that I'm growing in keeps growing is because I'm always in phase one. I'm always at the gym going, I'm small. If I'm not, then I'm not working out. I'm missing workouts and I don't have the intensity. I don't grow. Oh, wow, because I'm old. No, because you're not in phase one, in the trenches stage. You're in I'm big stage. I'm getting ready to hit rank 9. What? Why aren't I at 8 and 7s and going backwards like the rest of them? Because I'm in phase 1, growing, like I'm hungry and broke. Stay in phase 1 in your relationships. Like you haven't slept with them yet. Like you haven't conquered them yet. Like you haven't whatever yet. And date them, bring them gifts, cheer them on, give them praise and recognition. You've gotten away from your relationship because you're not focused on it. End the story. Oh, life changes and you get stuff and you get stuff. Stop. Not for most of you, not all of you. I can have more stuff than all of you. I choose not to because I choose to stay in the grind and stay focused. Okay? And again, it's just a choice. It's not right or wrong. It's a choice. Let me give you a couple pieces real quick. Here's what one person said today is they said, hey, we're going to chat today. Oh, Chelsea Holman, how are you? I hope you listened to this from the beginning. Chelsea, go back 2 days ago. You've got to see the live with my grandson. So I talked to someone today, and they talked about, hey, when we chat, they said 2 o'clock today. I said, cool, let's rock and roll. I said, by the way, can I ask you a question? Sure. So 2 o'clock is the first time you have a chance to have a conversation. They said, well, we got my son's birthday. We're going to go out to breakfast. And I want to make sure that I'm fully focused when we talk. That's 2 o'clock. I would tell you and each and every one of you, no. Stop. Somewhere between not being able to pay attention at all because you got 2, 3 kids around you, a couple dogs and whatever. So that's no good. And being completely focused and completely dialed in, there's a huge gray area in there. Okay. In fact, I chatted that with someone today in their fitness, and they said, I'm not ready to enter my fitness program yet. Okay. I'm here right now. I said, hey, a little food for thought. You're always in your fitness program. You're always in your faith program. You're always in your family program. You're always in your finances program. You may not be in the next step, but you're always, every one of you has a fitness program, even if it's 0, even if it's going backwards, gaining weight and feeling worse. That's your fitness program. Everyone has a faith program, whether it's a believer, non-believer, participating in church or not church, no reading. That's your program. Everybody has a relationship program, whether that's resentment, whether that's growing, whether it's a happy marriage, bad marriage. You're in your marriage. You're working on it. Okay? That's an important piece to understand. You're in those things, working on them right now, always. We all have it. So now what people say is like this girl was like, I'm not going to start this yet because I'm not ready to start these other things. I'm not ready to start my fitness program. Here's what I would tell each and every one of you. Just make a little change in your fitness. Just make a little change in your faith. Just make a little change in your relationship. I may not go home, but I could call my dad more. I may not do this, but I could do this. I may not have 30-minute conversations with my mom, but how about a couple 10-minute conversations? That little step is huge. I may not be going to the gym 5 days a week and doing my cardio and such because of my pinched nerve, but I'm still going to the gym and I'm watching what I eat. That's my program. So I said for her, why don't you add your ketones now? Don't wait. Water, you didn't take water out of your program, did you? Of course you did. You didn't take vegetables out, then don't take your ketones out. Don't put off good waiting on perfect. You'll never get started. You'll never get started. Cool. Thank you, Chelsea. I appreciate that. Here's one I tell with Chelsea all the time. Read a book, take action. I've got more books than any of you, I'm sure. Haven't read any of them. What the hell? I haven't read any of them. How can that be? How can you make $500,000, be in shape, church on Sunday, working with your church, talking to your, how can you have that success? Because I've got mentors in each of those areas that I listen to and then I take action. I recommended 2 books to you guys, ladies, gentlemen. 2 books. A Bible in a Year. Proverbs. Why? Because it's about wisdom. Like, I don't want to dig in my faith. It's not about your faith. It's about wisdom that's in these books. That's actually a funny piece. People go, I don't want to go to church. That doesn't mean the books don't apply. I don't want to go to the gym. Doesn't mean health and fitness and some salad doesn't apply. I don't want to be married. Doesn't mean good relationship tools don't apply. I can rant about this stuff all day long. People, you're blocking doing better, waiting for perfect. So what I told Chelsea today, not Holman, love to chat with you. What I told Chelsea, in fact, a friend of mine's doing some roller derby down in Florida. I thought of you. So what I told her is, don't wait till 2 o'clock. Find a place where you can do a short 15-minute call that you can pay attention to. Find a place where you can do a 30-minute workout 3 days a week, even though you can't do 5. Find a place where you can add a little step in your faith, even though you're not going to church. Go to church and add a book or some music, even though you don't have a home study. Do you understand? That makes sense? What I've done that's different than others is I've taken little steps of good, not worrying that I wasn't ready to commit to perfect. Does that make sense? I'm not going back doing retreats and calling and seeing my father all the time, but I'm supposed to be committed to calling him once a week. Does that make sense? Again, because my pinched nerve, I can't do my cardio, I can't do this, can't do that. It's been a year and a half, but I'm committed more to my diet now and my lifting. You got to find out what you can do. Not wait for the perfect time to get on the phone call. Not wait for the perfect time to go see your family. Not wait for the perfect time to engage in a business. Not wait for the perfect time to start dating, whatever it is. Take little steps. Here's a good one too, and I talked about this, and this is what I'm calling it, Tyler. Don't leave your wingman. I started with my workout partner. Maybe I'm growing and changing my business, but he is the ambassador of quantum of my fitness. Okay. Michael Rutherford, I may be growing and oh my gosh, I'm making all this money now and big business. I want to be the speaker. I want to be no. Michael is still a source. He is my ambassador of quantum. He is my source of my business. Okay. I don't care how good your faith is. Every pastor that teaches around the world grabs the same book. Don't leave your roots. Don't leave your core. Don't leave your wingman. That is how, come fall, Chelsea Holman can tell you, you're going to reap a harvest. The farmers in the Midwest basically plant, fertilize, weed, tend to the same as they've been doing for years and years and years. Okay, the equipment changed a little bit. The fertilizer, the whatever, I understand there's change. But my point is, the basics, their fundamentals of getting up early and planting in the spring and tending to their garden, producing harvest in the fall. My fitness has not changed in 35 years. What? Be better if you did it. Okay, well, not again trying to be an arrogant ass, but you could look at my fitness level compared to most people. 57, it's much higher. Something's working. Stick to the basics. Bring them flowers, not just on their anniversary, not just on their birthday, not just be tending to your relationship garden daily. Okay? My level of success, it's guaranteed, not guaranteed, guaranteed to no one, it's all going to fade and can burn tomorrow, is simply in place today because of little steps, the basics, the fundamental, not leaving my wingman, not getting in the weeds, not getting in the Jerry Springer, staying laser focused on the activities that produce results. I purposely stay out of the weeds, out of the Jerry Springer conversations, purposely. Don't leave your wingman. Don't put off doing something better today, waiting on perfect. Don't put off something better today, waiting on perfect. Little betters add up to massive. Never going to be a perfect time. Like I told somebody, if you're waiting for the perfect time, the weekend to pick up your house or the end of the month, it's a massive undertaking. Okay. Pick up your house a little bit every day, every other day. It's far easier. Someone says this, I hear it all the time. I hear it ringing in my ears, but you don't understand. My situation is different. You don't understand my situation. Stop. If we need to go through it, I can show you somebody in your situation who's doing what you're not doing. So once I realized that, I realized, oh, I might just need to do it. So I hope these pieces help. I will tell you that in my book, in my Bible in a Year, I'm going to hit this real quick and let you go. It's the fifth I read yesterday, which I loved, was the move every Christian, if you're not a Christian, that's fine. Still saying the same move. Compassion. Compassion isn't just feeling sorry for somebody and not, I mean, having, some feeling for them. It's then taking action. Compassion is having that feeling and then doing something about it. That's the key. Do you help others? Can't do everything. You can do something. Piece today that I was checking out also. I love this part. All that's necessary for evil to prosper is for good men to do nothing. See it and do something. Okay, start with your own life, your own faith, fitness, family, friendships, your own basics. No doubt about it. Okay. And then in my other book, if you grabbed it, again, Proverbs is just unbelievable because it's about wisdom, it's about wisdom, not knowledge, but taking knowledge and applying it. And it's cool because right now we're chatting about Uh, discipline raising kids, and who doesn't love this? Do as I do. Ooh, that's going to get you. What do I say? How do I speak? You guys heard my mouth before. When Danny was little, I didn't swear in the house when she's little. And then I don't know if it worked or not, but I wanted to set that example. Child should feel as though they're object of a powerful, unconditional love. Praise and recognition is what they need to hear. Yeah, boundaries, discipline, praise, and recognition. So they believe they can do. Main thing they said was they felt they could talk to their parents about anything and they would still love them. And that's a piece that I would have with people. I want them to go, no, I want to talk with James Rice. I believe he'll help me. And if I'm not disciplining or suggesting stuff to be right. I just tell people it's like when I had my coach. My coach was the worst. The thing you want to worry about is when your coach says, you know what, don't shoot those extra free throws, go home. When your coach says, you know what, don't stay late, don't come in Saturday morning, shoot, just don't worry about it, go home. Don't worry about it. So I'm just suggesting and offering to help you, not to be the guru and the know-it-all. And I'm just sharing stuff like Chelsea Holman, someone. I'm just sharing stuff that I read, watched, listened to. Let's see what we got. Somebody's saying. Big steps, one step at a time, like my smiles, right, Jen? Gilletta, that's what I love about your message. Amen. You got to do something. Okay, something through DD. This is kind of cool. I'm on my StreamYard now, and I can see these. Yeah. What up? What up? What up? Here's a link. Oh, yeah. And again, run to that mentor and chase them. Don't wait for them to contact you. I'm not going to probably contact you. But if you contact me, let's rock and roll. And Chelsea, Danny, so we'll check out Atomic Habits. In fact, Chelsea, my sister Jen has my what are that things called where you download books and watch them on TV or on your pad, so I can get it there. Jennifer Nelson, wait, what did Jennifer Nelson say? Because she's a complete beast, and if I could work with somebody, she is definitely on the top of my list. Okay, so I'm gonna let you go. Let's review these pieces. Again, I hope you found value. I hope you found, yeah, Audible. Thanks, Jones. I hope you found value. Let it run through your brain a little bit, run through your heart. And I hope that you'll take a little bit of action. Actually, I hope that you decide who the heck you want to be, what your house is going to stand for. Okay. And then I hope that you go, I got to get plugged in. I got to get plugged into the Atomic Habit. I got to get plugged into someone who's giving me the information that I need to pursue my goals. And that you stay humble, you stay in the pocket, you don't leave your wingman. You cannot leave your wingman. As you grow, come back to your roots. As you grow, come back to your hometown. As you grow, come back to where you started. That's how the seeds that you planted are going to be harvested. In 20 years down the road, now you're a big shot farmer with lots of land. Still go watch them. They're still planting the seeds, tending to them, and reaching the harvest in the fall. Doesn't change. Love each and every one of you. Hope you found value. We'll go live again tonight. I think we're going to Zoom around 7-ish tonight. Why? We're gathering people, providing information. Hope you found value. Love each and every one of you. Have an amazing day. This is what you want to do.